Hi everyone, I'm Kristen, and today we're going to be doing the conclusion of my 4-part mini mat series during the month of March, celebrating March Madness, which is an exercise of each day of the month of March, celebrating the original mat work as done by Joseph Pilates in his book Return to Life. I've been putting a post up every day, either of a photo or a short, and then at the end of each week on Saturday, we've been doing a video to combine all of those exercises within that given week. This is the 4th one and the final one. So we're going to wrap up today, including our exercise for tomorrow, because tomorrow is Easter. So we're going to jump ahead one exercise and wrap it all up. So I love this end of the mat because it is the most challenging. It's the most fun, and it's also sometimes a part of the mat work order that can get neglected. So we're going to be looking at some very advanced exercises today. Do take good care of yourself. If you get to an exercise that does not seem right for you, please leave it out until you come to an exercise that is right for you, or if you do no modification, or if I offer one to you, go with that. So with that, we'll get started. And I have my props, as usual, the yoga block to sit up on, but then there's also a specific exercise where this might come in handy today. And then the towels for under my head to support a little more of my head and neck to have a proper alignment, since I personally have a little bit of forward head posture, and you might as well. If you lie down and feel your neck is strained, you might need something under your head. So we're going to start with our warm-up exercise, the 100. So as we have been doing, stretching out long, shoulders up and back, reach through your toes, feel your heels heavy, and feel your pelvis is heavy on the mat, your bottom ribs, shoulders, the center back of your head. Take a deep breath in and exhale. We're going to come up with the head and chest, lift the arms, lift the legs to your working level, maybe eye level, maybe a bit higher. Pump your arms up and down. Deep breath in and exhale. Breathing in 2, 3, 4, 5, and out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Pull your low abdominals in. Feel like your head is reaching back away from your feet, even though your head and chest are up from the mat. Your eyes are out at your toes. Vigorous pumping of the arms. 3 more breaths. Keep those arms pumping high. And exhale, float the legs down. We're going to take that long reach back overhead. Just feel like this gives you good traction for your spine, also stretches out the abdominals we were just using. And then we're going to get into our first exercise today, besides our warm-up, which is the leg pull facing front. So we're going to come over onto hands and knees. Hands set a little wider than the shoulders, but under the shoulders no less. You don't want them to be forward or behind. Knees are under the hip sockets and about your hip socket distance apart. So check that your shoulders feel like they're really good on your back. You're not sinking your chest down. You're not pushing so wide your upper back starts to round. Find a nice happy middle. The abs are in. You rotate a little bit of your sit bones under. Step one leg back and put your toe and ball of foot on the mat. Other leg back to meet it. Very important, keep your feet fist distance apart. Lift one leg off the mat. Give it a little kick. Bring it down. Other leg, kick, down. Up, kick without raising your hip when you kick up to the ceiling. So the pelvis stays stable, and we're really just working our good hip extension. Okay, we'll bring one knee back in, followed by the other. We'll turn over for leg pull facing up, and the feet are going to be flexed about a fist distance apart, and fingertips facing forward on the mat. Shoulders roll back. Think of it almost a little like the shoulder bridge. Roll your pelvis and spine up. Keep pointing your toes up to the ceiling, digging your heels down. You're looking up. Push your hips up. Bring one leg up. Bring it down. Other leg. Bring it down. Try to keep those hips up, shoulders back. One more each. And then we lower down. Okay, side kicks kneeling. So come up onto your knees. I might have to move these. This is where a yoga block may come in handy. So I'm going to place the yoga block down. I'm going to go with the short way first. And place your hand on the block. Now, if you're not using a block, you can be down on your fist, you can be down on a flat hand, but if this feels like it's a little too much of a stretch, it's a little too far, that's where the block comes in. So I'm going to use the block. So your other leg is stretched out to the side. Your heel, knee, and hand should all be in one long line with each other. The foot's flexed. You're going to take the top hand behind the head, push the head into the hand, lift the leg up. Keep trying to pull yourself out towards your outstretched leg and not over your hand. And then we kick to the front, kick to the back. Keep your body between two panes of glass. Pull all your abdominals in, keep reaching your head back, and stabilize your pelvis. We're going to do one more each. And then we're going to bring the leg back in line, bend the knee, float back up onto both legs. I'm going to grab the block, bring it to the other side, and we set up the same way. So heel, knee, hand all in the same line. Top hand behind the head, look straight ahead, lift the leg up. Ooh, get your balance, pull yourself out to your outstretched leg. Kick forward, kick back. Forward, back. Breathe deep, regenerate your low abs. One more each. Bring your leg in line with you, bend the knee. Float back up onto both. We're going to set the yoga block off to the side. And now come down on one hip. We're going into the side bend. So the side bend, there's some variations of setups that we can choose. You can do this down on your elbow. I'm going to be up on the hand today. You need to make sure that your arm is out from your shoulder, because when we lift up, you're shifting your weight out over top of your arm. You don't want to be too far underneath you. So we're going to stack the feet, okay? Another thing is if the feet don't stack well for you, you can always stagger one foot in front of the other. It'll give you a little more balance support. Top arm is resting on the top side of the body. Roll your shoulder back, and we're going to make sure those feet stay in place. Lift up, stretch out over your arm. Okay, once we're here, lift your hips and tip your head towards the floor. Come back to a straight line. And we're going to lower the hips and kind of look over your shoulder towards your feet. Back to a straight line, hips up, head down. Woohoo. Straight line, lower the hips, look towards your feet. Okay, we're going to add the arm on the last one. Told you these were challenging. Really reach into a big arc, like a big rainbow. And then you arc that arm back towards your feet, palm up. And then come back to your long line, sit down. All right, do the other side. Whew. Feet stack. Hands, so you want heels and hand to be in the middle, arm out from your shoulder. Top arm resting on your top leg for now. Okay, keep those feet where they are, lift up. Once you get into like your side plank position, lift your hips up, tip your head towards the floor. Find your long plank position, and then we go the other way. Long plank, tip up. Whew. And hips down, look towards your feet. Last one, we add the arm. If we can keep the balance. And that arm arcs, palm up towards your feet. Find your long diagonal, sit back down. All right, now we go into boomerang. Boomerang is a fun exercise. It has a lot of different parts to it. There's a lot of different exercises combined in this one. So we're going to start with the ankles crossed, hands on the mat, shoulders back. We're going to lift the legs a little first. Roll back, lift your hips up, open and close your legs in the opposite direction. Come up, hold a teaser. Sweep your arms back behind you. Lower your legs and torso forward. Circle around, touch your toes. Reset it all. Sit up tall. Get behind your sit bones to lift your legs. Roll back. Switch the legs in the air. Find your teaser. Sweep your arms behind you. Round forward. Touch your toes. We'll go a little quicker. Roll back. Open, close. Teaser. Arms behind, stay in your teaser. Legs down, touch toes, roll up. Hold that balance, arms back, down, and around. Okay, going into the seal and crab. So again, these exercises are so much fun. Challenging, but they're fun. So we're going to read a book with your hands and rotate behind your sit bones a little. Find your balance. Bring your arms through your legs. Grasp the outsides of your feet. Try to have the soles of your feet reaching together. Elbows into your thighs and thighs into your elbows. Roll your shoulders back. And we're going to do 2 big claps using the legs from the hip joints. 1, 2. Roll back overhead. Lift your hips. 1, 2. Come up. Hold the balance. Clap, clap, back. Clap, clap. 1, 2, back. 1, 2, up. Deepen those low abs. Keep strongly rotating your pelvis. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. And we stop. Okay. The next exercise is not one that we teach very often anymore because it involves rolling weight onto your head and neck. Okay, this is called the crab. So I'm going to show you a version that does not involve that. It's just another fun rolling exercise, but I will show you what the actual exercise is. Please, please use caution. Make sure that you don't end up fully putting the weight on your head and neck. You want to lightly touch your forehead down to the mat, but try not to go actually into a somersault here, okay? So we're sitting in the center of the mat because you want to make sure when we do the head position 1, that you have plenty of room in front of you and enough room behind you to stay on your mat. So remember, I'm going to first show you just the rolling part. So you're going to cross your legs, grab the top of your feet, pull your legs towards you, shoulders back. Okay, so we're just going to roll back and up here. Back, come up, hold your balance. Back and up. Keep the shape. Still work your breathing. Now, we could find a little bit of the feet on the mat. You do a little lift of your hips, roll back and up, a little lift. There's also a variation when you roll back. Switch your legs, little lift. Okay, so now I'm going to go into just showing you, I really recommend, what the full exercise is. So we roll back, come up, and you go over onto your knees, touch your forehead to the mat, lift your feet towards your seat, pull your abs up away from the floor, and then you roll back and do it again. Come up, forward, lightly touch your forehead, lift your feet. We'll do it one more time. And coming back. All right, so now we go into an exercise called rocking, which very challenging for my back, so we'll see how we do. I don't have a lot of flexibility in my upper back or shoulders for this exercise. Okay, what I'm going to do temporarily here, so I try to keep the mic happy, is I'm going to take the mic and set it just on the mat in front of me. Hopefully this is good enough. Okay, so you're lying down, noses to the mat, bend your knees behind you, and grab the tops of your feet. Shoulders really have to roll back. Take a big inhale, lift your knees, push your feet into your hands, lift your chest, your head, try to look ahead of you, and then start a little rock. So you use your breath to start your momentum. Hold it. Let go of your feet with control. Lower down. We can push back onto the heels here into a child's pose. Reach your forehead to the mat. Couple deep breaths. We get to the exercise of the day, which is actually my favorite in the mat work order because this was the most challenging exercise for me to learn when I was going through my training. So once I was able to accomplish it, I just fell in love with it ever since. So this is called control balance. We're going to lie down, Nothing under your head. Okay, this is a very complicated inversion and puts, if not done correctly, a lot of pressure on your neck. So do be careful to keep the weight off your neck. Put it in the center back of your head. Bend your knees in, lift your legs up, roll your legs over, parallel to the floor. There's a couple ways of starting this. This is the way I like to start it. Circle your arms around behind you once you have your balance and grab one ankle. Keep your toes pointed. Pull the leg towards your head and reach the other one towards the ceiling. Now you're going to let go and slowly switch in midair. Don't lose your balance. Balance on your shoulders. Pull and reach the other leg up. Slowly switch. Pull and reach. Switch. Maybe you feel you could get your foot all the way down to the floor over your head. I can't quite make it there because of my hamstring flexibility. And we're going to do one more each. This is just like a big complicated scissors in the air. Okay, so the fun part, if you wish, you're going to bring your arms down. Start to roll down. When you get down halfway, cross at your ankles, come up to stand. So we've made it to the last exercise, the push-ups. So we're going to stand tall with the feet fist distance apart and start to roll down from the top of your head all the way down one bone at a time. Pulling the abs in as you roll down. Bring your hands flat to the floor, even if you should have to bend your knees a little. And in 4 big steps of your arms, walk out to a plank. Set your hands a little wider than your shoulders, but make sure you get your weight over top of your hands. And feel like you're pulling your spine long, little bit of sit bones towards the mat. Find your shoulders, abs in. When you go to bend your elbows, this is a tricep push-up. So we're going to bend and go a little forward. And press back up. This is slow. Try not to speed through these. Feel like you're stretching your chin a little forward. Okay, we're going to pike up. Heels down. Walk back in those 4 steps towards your feet. Roll your pelvis and spine up. We do it again. We're going to go 3 sets of 3, rolling back down. Hands to the mat, 4 big steps. And we go a little forward, bend, and up. Keep pulling your abs in. Go only as low as you feel you really keep your form. Pike up. Rolling up, pull your pelvis a little forward as you're unrolling to the ceiling. One more time, head forward. Hands down, walking out. And get your shoulders. Go forward on your toes a little, pressing back up. And pike. Okay, for a little different challenge if you want, we can try to walk straight legs forward to your hands. You need to get to the point where you come up on your fingers to walk your feet all the way forward to your hands. And then we roll back up. Okay, once we're up, take a deep inhale. Bring your arms up slowly to the ceiling. Exhale, circle them around. So congratulations, we reached the end together. If you've been with me through the entire journey, good job to you. And we made it through the entire mat order. So again, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for watching me today. And I will see you again soon. Have a great weekend and a blessed Easter.